We're on this island near the Mekong. We're gonna go harvest some seaweed, Kaipen, and see how the locals do it. And I'm walking on the dirt. It's fairly soft. We'll see how this goes. And we're gonna go straight into the water. I hope no leeches or animals get me.
Procedure of how it becomes what you guys see in the bags at the restaurant and what we consume and whatnot. So I think it's a great opportunity here, you as proprietors, as chefs and wanderers of eating. Where does the Kaipen actually come from, and how is it done, and who is it doing this?
All right, y'all. So this is how you get kai to make Kaipen. Pretty much, what you're gonna do is grab it. It's stuck on the rocks, but you want to grab it from the top and not the whole thing. And then you'll pick it up and you'll see it's really dirty. So you want to wash it just like you're washing hair, but no soap. You're gonna wash it, and you want to be gentle with this. And once it gets clear neon green, you are ready to harvest it and put it in the basket. And we're gonna see what we do next week. Okay. So yeah, this is kai, then it turns into Kaipen. Seaweed that we got from the Mekong River. After harvesting and washing pounds of algae, we had to sort through the various textures. The soft algae could be used for other purposes, and the hard algae had to be tenderized. Our village guide showed us how to tenderize, which included using a mallet and a wooden board that was brought along on his little boat. The kai needs to be softened so it will be easier to create thin algae layers. It already looks different from the dark green color of pulling it out of the water of this bright green after it was washed and smashed. Professional. We left the water and headed towards the village with the kai, and we were greeted by these water buffaloes. Once we got to the village, they prepared a very delicious meal that I was really not used to. We all sat on the ground, and the family was very generous and made us several dishes. Some of the dishes included dry algae, fried fish, several sauces, bamboo stew, algae soup, and bee larvae. So when I travel, I enter these spaces with an open mind, so I had to try the larvae. This is bee larva. Once we got done with lunch, we went right back into making Kaipen. The next step was taking the clean kai and cutting it into small pieces. You want to make sure it is cut into about 1-inch sizes. We all took turns practicing and cutting up the kai. Let's talk a little bit more about Kaipen. It is a Lao snack made from freshwater algae, and it originates in northern Laos, specifically the city of Luang Prabang. The algae is usually gathered during the dry winter months, November to April, from the river bottom. You will find the snack packaged into plastic bags and sold at the morning market. It is very rich in minerals and is usually flash fried and then eaten as a snack by itself or with other Lao foods. It is very crispy and resembles the taste of nori. Using these flat mesh strainers, the cut up kai was put on top of it and then placed into water to help it separate into a flat layer. Make sure to take out any pieces that may have stuck together and that don't separate. As you can see, this process is very time consuming. Kaipen is important because many villagers rely on it for their livelihood. Throughout the years, Lao people are having a harder time harvesting the algae because of the development of various dams. This algae is very sensitive to sunlight, oxygen, and the water level. As the flattened kai is drying, all the aromatics are being prepared. So we have garlic and tomato that's cut up into very, very thin slices. Once the sheets are dry enough to peel and stay together, it is put on a mat and sprinkled with MSG water. The brush is used to help spread all the seasonings. Throughout this process, it showed me that Lao people are very creative and resourceful. They turn this algae into all types of food, including Kaipen. It is a snack that is worth the effort.
I love it.
While the sheets are wet, the sesame seeds are sprinkled on top, and then thin slices of the garlic and tomato are placed right on top with it. The sheets are then placed out in the sun to dry for a few hours until they are ready to be peeled and packaged. And that is how you make and harvest Kaipen, a Lao dry algae sheet to eat with all your other delicious Lao food.